narito, buksan mo ang iyong radyo. Lahat kami ay narito, tapat sa aming serbisyo. Walang problemang di malalampasan. Magliliwanag ang ating kinabukasan. Dance Radio, silid-aralan sa radyo. Hatid namin makabagong paraan.
Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan, ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big. Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR-FM. TLE, Technology and Livelihood Education. TLE, Learning Area, Automotive Servicing, Beauty Care, Electronics Product Assembly and Servicing, Cookery, Electrical Installation and Maintenance, Dressmaking, Computer System Servicing, mga leksyong pangkabuhayan, edukasyong teknolohikal, mapapakinggan dito lang yan sa 106.3 Dance Radio. TLE, Learn and Earn.
Good afternoon po.
Mahinang sound yata ni Ma'am Joy.
Good afternoon po sa ating lahat. We are back, the TLE department. Yes, good afternoon po sa lahat. We are here again for another learning filled with fun and excitement. So, before we start our discussion, let me greet all the learners of Grade 7 Galileo, Grade 8 Copernicus, Grade 9 and 10 SPJ, and a pleasant afternoon also to our Chief Education Supervisor and Officer in Charge, Sir Rodrigo Pascua, sa amin pong Assistant Principal, Ma'am Ruby Guillermo, sa amin pong Head Teacher ng TLE Learning Area, si Sir Jefferson F. Aguinaldo, sa lahat po ng teachers, sa lahat ng non-teaching staff ng Doña Aurora National High School, lahat ng viewers and listeners, magandang hapon po.
Ayan, magandang hapon sa ating lahat, ang ating mga energetic na mga co-discussants today, si Ma'am Ryan, Ma'am Cathy, Ma'am Joy, at sa ating mga technical specialist dito, Sir Dennis and Sir Joshel. Magandang hapon sa ating lahat, sa lahat ng mga nanonood through Facebook Live at nakikinig sa 106.3 Dance Radio. Good afternoon sa mga learners natin from 8 Aristotle and 8 Socrates. Okay.
Siyempre, hindi natin pwedeng baliwalain at kalimutan ng 10 Tindalo, CSS 9, CSS 10, 8 Maroon, and special greetings to Ma'am Lee. Ayan, happy birthday, Ma'am Lee.
Ay, happy birthday, Ma'am Lee.
Tsaka yung mga naka-work from home na mga kasama natin, sa lahat ng may sakit, get well soon.
Okay, good afternoon po sa ating lahat, sa mga students natin, good afternoon to all the students who are listening and watching, good afternoon, and of course to those parents who are also watching, kasi meron po tayong mga parents na nakikinig, na nanonood po, that's why we have to greet them also. Good afternoon po. Ako ba yun?
Naka-live.
Okay. So, may konting technical difficulty na na-encounter. Ayan. Lahat tayo ay ready na. Kaya lahat tayo ay mag-antay sa sasabihin ni Ma'am Florilyn about sa ating objective for today. Ano ba yung mga objective natin ngayon, Ma'am Flory?
Okay, so ang ating mga objectives for today, we have two. The first one is to identify different peripheral devices connected to a computer. And the other objective is sort and classify peripheral device.
Alright, thank you very much, Ma'am Florilyn. Yan po yung mga objectives natin.
So,
para
marami
sa
pala
topic
tayong
natin
matututunan
today.
ngayon, Ma'am Joy. Diba?
Yes, ma'am. So, I think
Ready na
ang
siguro
mga
sila,
listeners
ang mga
natin.
estudyante natin na makinig sa ating RBI. So, we are going to be back after 30 minutes. So, wait for us for our live discussion.
Okay.
See you later. Dance Radio, siniparalan sa radyo, atid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta na magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
TLE Technology and Livelihood Education.
TLE Learning Area.
TLE Learning Area. Automotive Servicing. Beauty Care.
Electronic Products Assembly and Servicing,
Cookery.
Electrical Installation and Maintenance,
Dressmaking.
Computer System Servicing,
Mga leksyong pangkabuhayan. Edukasyong teknolohikal.
matutunghayan dito sa
106.3 Dance Radio.
TLE Learning Area.
Technology and Livelihood Education.
Learn and earn.
Good day, everyone. I'm glad to be with you in this broadcast. I hope that you will enjoy our interesting topic. Please get your writing materials and learning activity sheets so we can start our lesson in Information and Communications Technology 8. The learning activity sheets provide you different activities that will help you become familiar with the topics or lessons about computer peripherals. Assistance of your parents, siblings, or relatives are encouraged in answering the learning activity sheets, particularly in the activities where you need to perform tasks. Are you ready to start?
Yes, ma'am!
Can you tell me the meaning of computer based from your previous lessons in computer hardware and software?
Ma'am, a computer is an electronic device that manipulates information or data. It has the ability to store, retrieve, and process data.
Very good! What about computer hardware?
Ma'am, computer hardware is any part of the computer that has a physical structure.
You are right! Hardware are the tangible parts of the computer. We also discussed software. Can you give the meaning of it?
Software is any set of instructions that tells the hardware what to do and how to do it.
Correct! Examples of software are application and program. After our discussion, you are expected to identify the different peripheral devices connected to a computer and sort and classify peripheral device. Are you ready to start?
Yes, ma'am!
Good luck! start, my dear learners, I want you to listen to this song. You may also sing along with it.
My toes, my knees, my shoulder, my head. My toes, my knees, my shoulder, my head. My toes, my knees, my shoulder, my head. Let's clap our hands all together. Let's clap our hands all together.
Alright! Did you enjoy listening to the song?
Yes, ma'am!
Now, what do you think is the connection of this song to our lesson for today?
Ma'am, just like our body, the computer has different parts and functions too.
Very good! Our lesson for today is computer peripherals. When talking about computers, the term peripherals refers to a device that is connected to a host computer but not part of it. It expands the host capabilities but does not form part of the core computer architecture. It is often, but not always, partially or completely dependent on the host. Peripherals are commonly divided into three kinds: input devices, output devices, and storage devices. An input device is used to interact with or send data to the computer. It converts incoming data and instructions into a pattern of electrical signals in the binary code that are comprehensible to a digital computer. Do you have any idea about output device?
Ma'am, an output device also provides output to the user from the computer. Output devices relay the response from the computer in the form of a visual response, sound, or media devices.
You are right! An output device provides output to the user from the computer. Output devices relay the response from the computer in the form of a visual response, sound, or media devices. The purpose of these devices is to translate the machine's response to a usable form for the computer user. Do you have any idea about the third type of peripheral device, which is the storage device?
Yes, ma'am. Storage device. It stores data processed by the computer.
Very good! A storage device is any type of computing hardware that is used for storing, sorting, porting, or extracting data files and objects. Storage devices can hold and store information both temporarily and permanently. They may be internal or external to a computer server or computing device. We will have more after this short reminder.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. I have just finished accomplishing the tasks found in my module. How can I send you my outputs for checking and feedbacking?
Oh, that's a nice question. There are actually 3 ways for a student like you to submit your outputs. 1. It could be via online. That is, if you are capable to connect online. You can just upload your outputs in your Google Classroom, or you can take pictures and send them through your group chat or messenger account.
Ma'am, how about if we do not have internet connection?
If you do not have internet connection, you can submit your accomplished tasks in 2 ways. 1. You can ask your parents to submit your outputs in the designated drop-off center. 2. You can save your outputs if you have available flash drive, CD, or DVD at home, and submit it in the designated drop-off center in your respective barangay.
Wow! It's nice to know that there are varied ways on how we can submit our accomplished tasks.
Always remember, for submission of outputs, you can do it via online, offline, or physical submission. Because at Dance, we make amazing things possible.
Kayo nakikinig sa TLE Grade 8. Kasama si Teacher Catherine S. Galinggan.
I'm back! Let us continue. Let us have some examples of input devices. Can you give example of it?
Ma'am, keyboard. It is one of the main input devices used on a computer. A personal computer's keyboard looks very similar to the keyboards of electric typewriters with some additional keys.
Great! What else? We also have the mouse, which is an input device that allows an individual to control a mouse pointer in a graphical user interface or GUI. You are right! In utilizing a mouse, a user has the ability to perform various functions such as opening a program or file and does not require the user to memorize commands, like those used in a text-based environment such as Microsoft Disk Operating System or MS-DOS. The next one is touch screen. It is used to display device which allows the user to interact with a computer by touching areas on the screen. Can you give another example of input device?
Scanner, ma'am. Actually, we have this at home. A scanner is a hardware input device that allows a user to take an image or text and convert it into a digital file, allowing the computer to read or display the scanned object.
That's right! A scanner is commonly connected to a computer USB, FireWire, parallel or small computer system interface, or SCSI port. Another example is the webcam. Are you familiar with it?
Yes, ma'am. It is a camera connected to a computer or server that allows anyone connected to the internet to view still pictures or motion picture of a user.
Very good! We also have microphone. It is an instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. The most basic input device in a computer is the keyboard. What are the basic parts of a keyboard?
The basic parts of the keyboard are the typewriter or alphanumeric keys, numeric keys, cursor or arrow keys, and the function keys.
Correct! To better understand keyboard techniques, it is important to know the keyboard layout. The central portion of the keyboard includes alphanumeric keys. A smaller section to the right contains the numeric keypad. A small set of function and directional keys is found between the letters and the numeric keypad. A row of function keys is found across the top, used for computer commands. We will learn more about keyboard techniques after this infomercial.
Mga kaibigan, sa panahon ngayon,
kailangang magpalakas ng katawan.
Kumain ng masustansyang pagkain at sabayan ng pag-eehersisyo.
Huwag ding kalimutan ang pag-inom ng vitamins. Resistensya ay palakasin. Kalusugay huwag pabayaan upang sakit ay maiwasan.
Isang paalala mula sa himpilang ito.
Kayo nakikinig sa TLE Grade 8. Kasama si Teacher Catherine S. Galingan.
I'm back! Let us continue. Let us move on to keyboard techniques. Can you give one?
1. Home row position. It is the home position for your fingers. It should be curved and placed on home room keys. Use bumps on F and J keys to keep fingers in place. Left hand for letters A, S, D, F, and right hand for letters J, K, L, semicolon.
Very good! Can you tell me what's next?
Ma'am, number 2. Eyes on copy. I should stay on text that is being keyed at all times and not at your keyboard for the reason that you will lose your place.
Very good! What about number 3?
Ma'am, number 3, feet flat on the floor. Your feet serves as an anchor to your body when keying. This will help your body from moving around the proper alignment and posture.
You are correct! Any idea what is the last keyboard technique?
Keyboard placement, ma'am.
You are right! Number 4 is keyboard placement. This should be placed at the end of the desk. Your body must be a handspan away from the desk. Let us move on to the examples of output devices. What are they?
Ma'am, display devices are an output device for presentation of information in visual or tactile.
Very good! What else?
Ma'am, graphical output device is a display device and an output device that visually conveys text, graphics, and video information. Display devices include CRT monitors, LCD monitors and displays, gas plasma monitors, and televisions.
Very good! Other example we have is the speaker. It is a hardware device connected to a computer's sound card that outputs sounds generated by the card. Can you give another example?
Printer, ma'am. It is an external hardware device responsible for taking computer data and generating a hard copy of that data.
Correct! Printers are one of the most used peripherals on computers and are commonly used to print text, images, and photos. What are the examples of storage devices?
Ma'am, examples are hard disk drives, CD or DVD, and flash drives.
Very good! We will discuss these examples during the live streaming. I'm pretty sure that you are now ready for our activities. We will answer the activities after the short break.
Amazing tips sa pag-aaral ngayong new normal.
Una, matulog sa tamang oras. Siguraduhin mula 7 hanggang 8 oras ang iyong pagtulog.
Sapat na iyan upang gumana ng maayos ang utak upang makapag-isip. Siguradong good day ka, kaibigan.
Ikalawa, magtala o gumawa ng sariling schedule. Mahalaga ang time management, kaibigan.
Itala ang mga subject na kinakailangan mong pag-aralan sa buong araw. Maglaan ng oras para sa mga ito.
Ikatlo, pumili ng lugar sa iyong pag-aaral. Focus.
Kailangan mo yan. Kaya nararapat na komportable
At tahimik na lugar ang iyong kalalagyan.
Huwag ring kalilimutang ipahinga ang utak.
Find time to relax upang handa ka muling mag-aral kinabukasan.
At iyan ang ating amazing tips, kaibigan.
Kahit new normal, tuloy pa rin ang pag-aaral.
Isang paalala mula sa TLA Learning Area at ng himpilang ito. Kayo nakikinig sa TLE Grade 8. Kasama si Teacher Catherine S. Galinggana.
Open your learning activity sheets on page 4, Activity 1, labeled Twisted Words. Directions. Identify the terms being described in each item by rearranging the twisted words. I repeat. Identify the terms being described in each item by rearranging the twisted words. Write your answers on a separate sheets of paper. Let us have the first one. A small electronic device that contains the flash memory. What is your answer?
Ma'am, my answer is flash drive.
You are correct. Number 2, an input device that looks like a typewriter. What is your answer?
Ma'am, my answer is keyboard.
Very good. You may answer the rest of the activity after this broadcast. Now, let us read and answer activity number 2, labeled Classifying Devices. Directions. Group the following peripheral devices into input, output, processing, or storage device. I repeat. Group the following peripheral devices into input, output, processing, or storage device. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Can you tell me the group where monitor belongs?
Ma'am, monitor belongs to input device group.
Correct. What about disk drive?
Ma'am, the disk drive belongs to the storage device group.
You are right. You may answer the rest of the activity after this broadcast. Let us summarize our lesson for today. What is a peripheral?
Ma'am, the term peripheral refers to a device that is connected to a host computer but not part of it.
Very good. What are the types of peripherals?
Ma'am, the types of peripherals are input, output, and storage device.
You are correct. And can you give one example of input, output, and storage device?
Ma'am, keyboard is an example of input device. Printer is for output device and hard disk is for storage device.
Great! You really listened well. Before we end up our lesson for today, let me check if you really understood our lesson. Answer the following questions. Number 1. What is the importance of peripheral devices?
Ma'am, with the help of peripherals, your communication with your computer would be enhanced.
Very good! Number 2. Which among the three is the most important? Input, output, or storage device, and why?
For me, all of them are important, ma'am, because the input device is used to interact with or send data to the computer, while output device provides output to the user from the computer, and storage device stores data processed by the computer. All of them have its own function and are very useful. Without them, a computer will not be a computer.
Great! You really listened well. For your last task, open your learning activity sheets on page 5. Answer reflection by completing the statement. And also, don't forget to answer the validating questions. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Is the instruction clear?
Yes, ma'am!
You may accomplish the task after this broadcast or during your most convenient time. You are all amazing! Congratulations! We are done with our lesson in Information and Communications Technology 8. I hope you understood the discussion for today. Do not forget to ask your subject teacher through their mobile phones or messenger chats if you have questions or clarifications. I would like to acknowledge the teachers behind this RBI lesson, Teacher Joy L. Madamba, our script writer and technical specialist, Teacher Susana B. Dumon, our language editor, Teacher Ryan Neri P. Bacud, and Sir Jefferson F. Aguinaldo, our content editors. This is your radio teacher for this hour, Teacher Catherine S. Galingana, saying goodbye and keep safe.
TLE, Technology and Livelihood Education.
TLE Learning Area.
TLE Learning Area.
Automotive Servicing.
Beauty Care.
Electronic Products Assembly and Servicing.
Cookery.
Electrical Installation and Maintenance.
Dressmaking.
Computer System Servicing.
Mga leksyong pangkabuhayan. Edukasyong teknolohikal.
Matutunghayan dito sa
106.3
Dance Radio. TLE Learning Area.
Technology and Livelihood Education.
Learn and earn.
Dance Radio, siniparalan sa radyo, atid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta na magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
Yes. All right, what a nice RBI. And by the way, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our new radio teacher for TLE Learning Area, si Ma'am Catherine S. Galingana. So siya po yung radio teacher natin kanina lang dito sa RBI natin na na-air. And I would like to thank also the teachers behind this RBI, our content editor, si Ma'am Ryan Mary P. Bacud, and si Sir Jefferson F. Aguinaldo. Our language editor for the RBI script, Ma'am Susana B. Dumon. Thank you for helping me po.
Ma'am, thank you din lagi kay Kwan. Kay Ma'am Jane Arlene, lagi siyang anong tawag doon? Nag-check ng ating mga grammar.
Yes,
and of
thank you
course,
din.
Ma'am Joy, thank you so much
Siyempre
for the
naman.
technical assistance.
Okay, thank you po sa tulong ng lahat behind this RBI. Okay, so before po tayo mag-start, syempre, let's have a review kung ano yung topic natin last week. At nandito si Ma'am Florilyn para i-discuss. Bigyan tayo ng konting review.
Alright,
Yes, Ma'am
so
Flori.
nung last week, nandito na naman tayo, Ma'am Joy. Tayo ulit ang magkakasama, mga ICT teachers. So we discussed the different hardware and software. Okay, and last week also we differentiated hardware from software. Where ang hardware, we defined it as the physical components of it in a computer system. This is physical in nature, while software is logical in nature. We cannot see it. Okay, these are programs. All right. Ano pa? Ang hardware, these are developed by using electronic devices. While software are developed by writing instructions. Yung instructions na tinatawag natin ito, these are the programs. Okay, so these are the programs na ginagawa ng ating mga programmers so that a certain application will run will run. Tulad halimbawa nung mga i-apply natin or na-download natin in our cell phones, the applications like Facebook, the
Twitter, TikTok, yan yung mga uso
These are very
apps.
common and this is public naman kaya okay naman ibanggitin.
Mga example lang po yun.
Example ng mga softwares. Alright, in hardware also, we classified them as input, we classify them as output, processing, and storage devices. While software naman, we categorize them as system software and application software. And we have known from the discussion that the application softwares are the softwares na these are used for specific tasks. While yung system software, ito na yung pinaka umbrella na software. Tama ba ako, Ma'am Ryan? Ito yung pinaka mother software, yung tinatawag natin ng yung OS niya o yung operating software.
Yes.
Okay. In addition to that, Ma'am Florilyn, there are three main reasons why software has been developed, no? Number one, software has been developed primarily, number one, to control the hardware. So without the software, you cannot use the hardware. Ikalawa is to create an application or create programs which can be functional to be used by the user. So yun yung talagang two main purpose. At ikatlo is to develop other software that can create other software. O, di ba? Ang gulo. Pero sa totoo lang po, softwares are made within the software. And
Yes.
but again, software technically cannot be used without the hardware. And hardware cannot be used without the software.
Yes. So talagang they need each other.
Yes.
They
They
cannot
are
work on their own.
They are one big happy family.
Yes.
Diba? They are connected.
Okay. So siguro, Ma'am Joy, ready na tayo to flash our activity. Our first activity is called Fast Pick. Okay.
Fast pick.
Okay, bakit nga ba siya fast pick?
Okay. So we are going to show you some pictures, and for 10 seconds, you need to write down all the hardware and the software that you can see in that span of time. You may comment your answers in the comment section with the hashtag TLE time, then your answer. For example, hashtag TLE time, mouse, monitor, Windows, TikTok, etc. Did you get it? Okay, so kung ready na kayo, ihanda na ninyo ang inyong mga mata. Enable for you to identify the different hardwares and the different softwares that you can see. So, pabilisan ito, ha? And then you may claim your prize by screenshotting your answers and send it to your teacher. Pero kailangan sa comment section natin yan makikita. Okay.
To make it more precise yung answer nila or accurate, Ma'am Ryan, I think, Ma'am Joy, mas maganda kung ma-classify din nila kasi sabi you identify, you pick hardware and software. So sabi ni Ma'am Ryan kanina, hashtag TLE time mouse. Dagdagan lang natin ng TLE time, kung makakakita sila doon ng hardware, lagyan nila ng SW para ma-identify natin siya na software. And HW, magkatunog pala, SW sa software at saka HW sa hardware. Idugtong lang natin dun sa TLE time.
Ayan daw ang instruction. So, TLE time, HW,
kung hardware,
mouse, okay? TLE time, SW, TikTok. So, yan po yung complete
example natin,
Okay, so,
ready na po ba?
So, ready na again. 10 seconds lang to, mga learners. So, talasang maigi ang mga paningin. Okay, ready? This is our first slide. Dinig ba yung timer natin? Okay. I think time is up.
okay, so, pero habang binabasa natin, tuloy lang po sa mga pagsagot. May mga nakita na ako dito.
Okay, so i-check natin kung sino yung mga learners na nakakuha ng mga tamang sagot.
So, ma-check talaga natin dito yung talas ng memory ng ating mga learners from our previous lesson, Ma'am Joy. Mayroon dito ang sagot ni Joseph Ralph Sadiwa from 8 Socrates, TLE time, SW, Facebook. Ayan.
Okay, correct.
Tama rin ang sagot ni...
Sumagot din si Gerson Marinay pero SW lang, wala siyang na-identify.
Ganon din ang sagot ni Geraldine Domingo ng
Wala siyang
Copernicus.
Sa sobrang bilis na send siguro nila kagad.
So, ang nakasagot ng tama, sino po, ma'am?
Eto,
yung
Pwede
una,
bang tanggapin sa Joseph Route sa Diwa? Walang space?
Paano ulit
pero
yung sagot niya,
kumpleto
ma'am?
Hashtag TLE time, SW, Facebook, dire-diretso.
okay,
Pero may hardware din ba siya, ma'am?
SW kasi Facebook.
SW.
SM. Sige, ma'am, considered na rin natin siya.
Ilan po ba ang hahanapin?
Lahat
Lahat ng tama kasi
pwedeng
performance
manalo.
naman yan eh.
You can claim your prize to your TLE teacher. Basta tama.
So, isend lang. Meron din dito nakakuha ng...
Si Arian Faye Ramos Carnate ng 8 Copernicus.
Princess Althea of 8 Socrates, nakalagay hashtag TLE time, HW keyboard.
Okay.
Daniel, nawala, ang bilis.
Okay, meron din
Labagnoy.
dito si Enrique Roman Acacio Abella ng 8 Aristotel. So, hashtag TLE time, SW Facebook, HW Mouse. Okay, so tama yung sagot mo.
Si
Maraming
Cyril Labagnoy
nakasagot ng
naman,
tama.
ma'am. Cyril Labagnoy Feliciano, pinakyaw niya from 10 SPJ. Hashtag TLE time, SW, Facebook, YouTube. HW, printer, speaker, keyboard. O, pinagsama-sama niya lahat na nakita niya.
Very good.
Very good,
Si
Joy.
TJ Arimbuyutan Antolin, hashtag TLE time, SW, Facebook. Nakalagay din po sa kanya.
Okay. So, I think, again, basta screenshot lang yung mga sagot at send it to their TLE teachers. Maybe, i-ano natin yung next slide naman.
Mukhang hindi pagising ang aking mga CSS 9 and 10.
Pero ang mga,
Ang mga gising ngayon,
Socrates at mga
grade 8. Ayan, ang very active nating mga estudyante
Very
ngayon.
good. Oy, marami rin ako nakikitang 10 SPJ.
Ang sabi ko kasi sa kanila, mga dear teachers, i-screenshot ninyo yung mga participations ninyo. Kasi may corresponding point yung mga kung ilang beses sila na nagpa-participate
And
sa
remember
atin.
again,
As
pag performance, 70% yan. So, ang laking tulong. Natuto ka na, diba na, tapos na pwede pang tumaas yung grades mo, natuto ka na.
At saka parang nararamdaman ko, ma'am, sa ganitong paraan, parang nasa face-to-face na rin tayo kasi ganito rin yung...
Oo, yung interaction.
May
kasi
interaction.
talaga.
So, pwede silang magtanong. Mga ganyan.
Okay, next
Alright,
slide,
so
Ma'am
for the
Joy.
next slide, teka, hindi ko pala na ano yung answer ganyan. Okay, here's our next slide. Oops, ay sorry.
So, ganun pa rin ang gagawin nila.
Oo, ganun pa din. Pero
From the
another
picture
set
shown,
of
yes.
ano lang
This is
to.
another set.
Okay, so time is up.
Joseph Ralph Sadiwa ng 8 Socrates. Sabi niya, TLE time SW TikTok.
Okay. Nangunguna si Mr. Sadiwa from 8 Aristotle.
Okay, meron
Sarika
din.
F. Languita, TLE time SW Instagram ng 8 Copernicus.
Meron din kay Princess Althea, 8 Socrates. Kaso nga lang kulang yung hashtag niya. Pero sige, dahil mabait tayo at nag-participate, ang sagot niya SW Instagram.
Meron Ann Valdez.
Ay, okay.
Hashtag TLE Time, SW, TikTok, Instagram.
Marami rin palang mga 8 siya galing sa Beck. May 8 Lavender, si Erica Joy de la Cruz.
Meron
Anong
din
sagot
dito.
niya, ma'am? From Shakina, what is this, Jaire? Shakina Jaira. Tangonan from SPJ, TLE, hashtag TLE Time, SW. So, pinakyaw niya rin, Instagram, Kinemaster, TikTok, and WhatsApp.
Okay, meron din si Cyrel Labagnoy Feliciano ng 10 SPJ. Hashtag TLE Time, SW Viber, Kindmaster TikTok, and Instagram.
Lisa Gibo, 10 SPJ, TLE Time, hashtag TLE Time, SW Instagram, HW Speaker. Okay, ang bilis na kanina.
Ay, nakakatuwa to. Erica Joy de la Cruz, 8 Lavender.
From Beck.
Oo, meron siya HW Keyboard.
Wow.
We also have Daniel Clyde Castillo ng 8 Aquamarine.
So,
Ang
ano
sagot
pang
niya,
hinihintay ng ating mga learners? Itap na natin yung iba pa nating mga kapwa learners na hindi pa naka-live, nanonood sa live natin para mas maka-participate
I-correct ko
pa
lang,
sila.
baka magkaroon ng misconception kasi na-identify ni Daniel Clyde Castillo yung Kindmaster, pero
HW ba?
so dapat ito ay
okay.
SW.
Dapat software.
Siguro hindi familiar yung bata doon sa...
Or baka nalito kasi
nalito
lang.
Baka sa sobrang bilis niyang mag-type.
Okay, next meron pa ba, Ma'am Joy?
Okay, we only have 2 slides.
Okay.
Okay, so again, just screenshot your answers at bahala na ang ating mga TLE teachers. Okay, so if you can remember dun sa RBI natin kanina, meron tayong motivation. So, ang gagawin natin is, meron akong ipi-play na video. Then, tignan natin kung ano kaya yung magiging connection niya para sa ating lesson for today.
Excited naman akong panoorin yan at pakinggan.
You can sing along with it.
Okay.
Okay, so i-play na
You can sing
natin.
along.
Okay. Nasaan na yung mouse ko?
Dak, 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 kwak, kwak, kwak. Little Mini TV. Hindi yata naririnig.
Dinig ba?
Parang
Tayo na lang ang kumanta. My toes, my knees, my shoulders, my head. My toes, my knees, my shoulder, my head. Ayun, meron na. feet and clap our hands.
Okay, Ma'am Joy. What comes to our
Nakakatuwa
mind?
naman.
Yes, what comes to our mind when we hear that music, that song? Ako pag naririnig ko yan, I remember my children. Okay, kasi favorite yan eh, di ba, ng mga bata?
Favorite din yan ng anak ko, ma.
Yes.
Napagdaanan din natin yun, Ma'am
Yes,
Brian.
Naging
lahat ng
favorite din
nanay.
natin yan.
Kasi one thing for sure, all mothers out there, tinuruan nilang mag-identify ng different parts of the body.
Yes, and that is, kumbaga, pinaka-basic song to learn the different parts
Lakas
of
nating
your body.
makatroba.
Kaya nga,
Ako,
diba?
malalaki na yung mga baby ko. Dalawa kami ni Ma'am Floreline, pero kayong dalawa ni Ma'am Joy.
Ang mga chikiting pong pa.
Kasalukuyan nyo pa lang na itinuturo yung mga kanta na yan.
Kasalukuyan pang na-enjoy.
Okay, and you know what? These rhymes na narinig natin, it mentions some parts of the body which has its own function and use. We have our toes and our feet for walking, knees for bending, and kneeling, head for thinking, and to protect our brain and a lot more.
Yes, Ma'am Ryan. So, ano nga ba? Ano nga ba ang connection nitong kantang ito sa ating topic for today? So, just like our body, computers have different parts and it has different functions too. When talking about computers, the term peripherals, okay, so we take note about the word peripherals. Okay, peripheral means it is a device that is connected to a host computer.
Yes, Ma'am Floreline. And it expands the host capabilities but does not form part of the core computer architecture. It is often but not always partially or completely dependent on the host.
So, hindi rin gagana yung peripherals, ma'am, kung hindi mo siya
I-connect sa computer. Opo.
Not all the time.
Actually, within the computer system, hindi mo siya matatawag na computer system if it doesn't have the input, the output, the processor, and the storage.
So, kailangan
Now, itong apat na ito, itong four different hardwares po na ito, it has other hardware which is called peripherals that can enhance this for examples of hardware. So, ibig pong sabihin, pwede natin siyang dagdagan. Halimbawa, si camera, pwede mong madagdagan para ma-enhance siya. Pwede si keyboard, para mas depende dun sa needs mo. Pwede kang magkaroon ng other peripherals na idudugtong mo or ikakabit mo dito sa ating computer system. Okay. Now, as per Google, ano ba yung tinatawag nating peripheral? So, a peripheral device is generally defined as any auxiliary device such as a computer, mouse, or keyboard that connects to and works with computer in some way. So, another definition from Google, any device connected internally or externally to a computer and used in the transfer of data to or from a computer.
You are right, Ma'am Ryan. Now, here are the types of the peripheral devices. The first one is the input device. It is used to interact with or send data to the computer. It converts incoming data and instructions into a pattern of electrical signals in binary code that are comprehensible to a digital computer. So, sila lang nagkakaintindihan, the computer and the input devices. Example nito, ma'am, halimbawa po sa cookery. So, ang input dito ay yung mga ingredients na gagamitin natin sa paggawa ng dessert. For example, is the fruit salad. So, yung sa cookery, kung i-relate natin ito sa cookery, ang mga ingredients, yun yung mga input devices para makabuo siya ng isang fruit salad.
Okay. So in reality naman sa computer system, pag tinawag nating input device, saan dadaan yung data mo para makapasok siya sa computer system, yun yung tinatawag nating input device.
Siya din yung parang nagbibigay talaga ng command.
Yes,
Kung ano yung dapat gawin.
the input
Siya ang
devices,
pagdadaanan ng command from the user para makarating siya
it
kay
is used to
computer
communicate
system.
with the computers because you
Yes.
cannot talk to the computer na in the language
Siya
that
ang
we
tatanggap
have.
ng instructions
Correct.
natin, di ba Ma'am Cathy?
Yes, kaya yung input devices, they are the one commanding or sending the command of the user. So, through the input devices, pag sinabi ng user na mag-print ka, through the input device, tama?
At saka si computer, hindi siya makaka-work alone. Kailangan niya ng command, kailangan niya na mag-uutos sa kanya, ng gagalaw sa kanya. Saka lang din siya magtatrabaho.
Kahit
Yes.
pasabihin mong automatic si computer
Yes.
system, ma'am, kailangan
Still,
at kailangan niya pa rin ng
ng
instruction.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, Ma'am Kay, Ma'am Cathy, and Ma'am Ryan. The second one is the output device. Now, what is an output device? So, it provides input to the it provides output to the users from the computer. Output devices relay the response from the computer in the form of a visual response. It may be sound or media devices. The purposes of these devices is to translate the machine's response to a usable form for the computer. Kung kanina, kung ang sabi ni Ma'am Kay kanina, yung mga input devices, sila yung paraan para makuha yung command from the user. Okay. Ang output device naman, so ito naman yung command na magbibigay. Not command. Ito naman na yung mga outputs or results na magbibigay sa atin ng yung comprehensible output, like yung sa atin yung makikita na natin, yung maririnig na natin. So ito yung mga tinatawag natin as output devices.
In short, Ma'am Florilyn, pag sinabi nating output device, mga natatandaan nyo, how will the computer respond to you, into your command?
Correct.
Yan ba ay mababasa mo? Yan ba ay maglalabas siya ng printed output? Yan ba ay pwede siyang mag-reply sa'yo sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng sound?
So, it can be in a tangible or intangible
It can be
form.
tangible,
Yes.
audible, it can be a hard copy, just
Or
as long
soft
that
copy.
it came from the computer system itself.
That is already...
Kung sino man yung nagbigay, kung anong parte man ng computer system yung nagbigay nung response, that is the output device.
Okay, so kung ibigay naman natin dun sa fruit salad, yung continuation kanina, ibibigay talaga naman. So, yung i-continue natin yung sa input device kanina, dun sa cookery, diba? In-relate natin sa cookery, sa fruit salad. So, yung mismong fruit salad na, siya na yung ating output.
Yes. Okay, so after ng output, let's move on to storage device. So it stores data processed by the computer. It is any type of computing hardware that is used for storing or extracting data files and objects. Storage devices can hold and store information both temporarily and permanently. They may be internal or external to a computer, server, or computing device. So, ito namang si storage, di ba nag-input tayo kanina, nagbigay tayo ng command, tapos na-process na yung output. There may be times na kailangan nating kakailanganin natin sila ulit. So, we need these storage devices para doon natin siya i-store. At kung kailangan natin sila ulit, pwede nating i-open or ma-retrieve.
Yes, we can retrieve it by locating it in the different storage devices that we have inside the computer. Marami tayong klaseng storage devices. It can be removable. It can be
internal,
internal,
and
removable.
take note ha, because fast changing ang technology natin, pwede na rin siya sa cloud or pwede
virtual.
Yes.
Remember tayo, Ma'am Ryan, we are sending our MOBs through the Facebook, through the Messenger, para pag kailangan natin anytime, kahit nasaan tayo, pwede nating i-forward para kung just in case hanapin agad and you are outside your house, automatic meron ka agad na i-send.
Meron tayong online storage, yung sabi mong cloud. Meron din sa Google, di ba yung Google Drive?
Nakakagutom kasi yung mga example naman ng storage device.
Ito na nga yung i-continue ko
adobo at saka fruit salad.
Kaya nga, so, babalikan na naman natin yung fruit salad natin.
Okay, so dear learners, let me check kung talagang nakikinig kayong maigi by answering these questions. So, are you ready to answer the question?
Ready.
What are the types of peripherals? Okay, I repeat. What are the types of peripherals? So, you are to type your answer in the comment section with the hashtag Usapang PLE, then your answer. So,
Lahat ba yun ibibigay niya, Ma'am Ryan?
Yes,
For example,
kasi
isang
one
answer,
more.
should it be 3?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 daw ang
Dapat. Oo, dapat kumpleto sila. Okay, let's check.
Si Arian Faye Ramos Carnate from 8 Copernicus. I think she's the one na naka-answer ka agad-agad. So, TLE, hashtag TLE time, input, output, and storage. From Arian Faye Ramos Carnate ng 8 Copernicus.
Sweet Tel ba to? Sweet Cell? Faith Arenzana, 8 Copernicus, TLE time, input, output, storage.
Okay.
Cyrel Labagnoy Feliciano from 10 SPJ also.
Shaika Sara Garcia, 7 Galileo, Usapang TLE, input, output, and storage.
Lana Chloe Partible ng 8 Aristotel, Usapang TLE, input, output, storage.
Okay, Cassandra Javier, hashtag TLE time, input, output, storage device.
Corinne Gale Agas, Socrates. 8 Socrates. Input, output, storage.
Maraming manghihingi ng points sa inyo, Ma'am Joy and Ma'am Flory. Karamihan.
Okay lang. Gusto na namin
yan.
yan.
Very active sila ngayon.
Punuin nyo yung messenger namin.
Joseph
Diba?
Proud Sadiwa
Napaka-active
also
nila.
is correct.
Gising na sila.
Geraldine Domingo from 8 Copernicus also is correct.
Okay. Gerson Marinay, 8 Crimson. Ay, Crimson, ano yan, diba?
Beck.
Beck. So, hindi pa
TLE
tatalo ang
time.
Beck.
Okay, Cassandra Javier also is correct.
Princess Altean, sabi ko na ba ito? 8 Socrates. Correct din yung answer niya. Jennifer Guzman, 10 SPJ. Correct din yung sagot niya.
So, ang daming sumasagot. And as of now, we have 50 viewers. Sa'yo, Ma'am Ryan, 50 din ba? We have 50 viewers.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for watching.
Buhay na buhay pa rin ang ating mga learners. Okay? It
Okay,
shows
next,
from
Ma'am Joy.
it shows from the responses in our comment section.
Oo. So,
Comment
continue lang sa pagsagot yung mga hindi pa nakakapagsagot.
Okay.
Okay. So, now that we already know the different types of peripherals, let's move on to the different examples naman for each type.
Okay, so let us first discuss the
Sa input device
sa input,
tayo.
yes, input device. So we have the mouse. All right. Pag narinig natin yung mouse, I think this is homonym. It is a word na it has 2 different meanings. Meron akong 2 alam na meaning dito eh. Yung isang meaning...
Tinanong mo rin ba si Mr. Google?
Nagtanong ako kay Mr. Google. Sabi ni Mr. Google, Ma'am Joy, 2 yung binigay niyang definition. Because yung mouse is a homonym. Iisang salita, it has the same spelling and pronunciation, but different meaning. Okay, ano ba yung unang binigay na definition ni Mr. Google? Sabi niya, it is a rodent that typically has pointed snout and a tail. So yun yung nakikita natin sa mga houses natin na nagtatakbo-takbo dyan. Okay? So, buhay na buhay na may buntot. So, that is isang definition. It is a rodent. Okay, another definition is that it is a device, okay, connected to a computer that is used to move a cursor on a computer screen. Okay, so yun ang most of since pinag-uusapan natin in computer, we go to the second definition, which is a device which is connected to a computer that is used to move the cursor on the screen of the computer.
As we can see in the screen, ma'am, nag-iba-iba na yan, no? Yung
Oo,
dati
nag-evolve
merong mouse ball. Ngayon, wala nang ganyan. It's no longer existing yung mouse ball. There's already na laser. Meron na rin tayong Bluetooth. Meron tayong wireless. Ito yung mga klase ng mga mouse ngayong panahon na to.
Di ba ma'am, na-feature mo nun? Kung ano itsura ng kauna-unahang mouse. Kauna-unahang mouse is made out of
wood.
Ay, kay Ma'am Florilyn yun, last week.
Last week lang yan, ma'am.
Sa'yo pa yun.
Made of wood siya.
It's made of wood.
Okay, so next is the touch screen. It is used to display a device which allows the user to interact with the computer by touching areas on the screen. Example of these are laptops, tablet, and cell phone, and palm top. Diba? Meron na tayo mga yan. Students are already familiar with the touch screen kasi karamihan naman ngayon na ginagamit natin cellphone is already a touch screen.
Yes, ma'am. Lahat na rin ng ATM machines natin ngayon.
Yes.
Touch screen. So they are already, kahit batang maliit, they already know how to swipe and move their hands on the screen of the monitor.
Kaya alam, kapag nasanay ka na rin talaga sa touchscreen minsan, kagaya ko, touchscreen yung laptop na ginagamit ko. Minsan makikigamit ako ng touchscreen.
Ay nako, sana
natawanan
all.
ninyo ako. Sinuswipe ko
Sanay ka
ganyan.
sa laptop mo
Ma'am
na
Ryan,
touchscreen.
hindi yan yung laptop mo, nanghiram ka lang. Okay, ayan yung touchscreen.
Next, Ma'am Joy.
Okay, next. We also have the scanner. It is a hardware input device that allows a user to take an image and or text and convert it into a digital file, allowing the computer to read and display the scanned object. A scanner is commonly connected to a computer USB, FireWire, parallel, or SCSI port.
Yes, usually
So
the
ito yung
students,
example natin sa
yung mga students
slide.
yan, ma'am, anong pagkakaiba ng photocopier and the scanner? Yung scanner kasi, once you scan the object or the
Soft copy
picture,
siya.
magiging soft copy siya, while the photocopier, magiging hard copy siya. That's the difference.
Correct.
Actually, si scanner kasi meron din siyang initial memory, kaya lang limited lang yung kaya niyang i-store. So kapag ka sa 3-in-1 printer scanner, kung ano lang yung last na image na kanyang in-scan, yun lang yung kanyang kayang i-print.
Doon yun sa 3-in-1, ma'am. Okay.
Pero meron din yung mga mas magagandang klase na ngayon ng mga scanner and printers na mas mataas yung storage so that you can already store. And those is 3-in-1 and those scanners already sa computer system. Hindi lang siya basta-basta input kasi may input device na siya, may output device din siya, may storage,
May storage
din siya.
na rin.
Pero kapag ka scanner lang na sinasabi, scanner lang talaga siya. Input device.
At
lang.
as we can see in the picture, para na rin siyang monitor. Yung mga unang version niya, medyo makakapal, mabibigat. Ngayon, meron na ding mga maninipis at magagaang.
The scanner that we are talking is not only for the paper. Yung mga nakikita natin sa mga barcode scanner, those are also example of
Yes.
Ginagamit sa mga groceries.
Yes, sa
yung
mga groceries.
Yung mga yon.
Yung baril-baril na ganyan.
Barcode,
Barcode
the QR
scanner.
code scanner, those are also example of input devices because once you dumaan yung item doon sa kanila, na-scan nila yung barcode or yung mga codes na nandun, they will display, di ba? Sa grocery at ganon, information about the thing that you scan.
At saka yung sa mga airport din, di ba meron ding scanner doon? So,
Yung mga
example din siya.
Yes. Kasi baka isipin
mga
ng
detector.
baka isipin ng mga bata, ang scanner lang na pinag-uusapan natin
Pang
dito
papel.
is yung pang paper, yung printer.
Actually,
na
maraming
no.
klase na
Maraming klase
scanner.
Actually, the biometric is also an example. Pag ganun mo is already, the machine is already scanning your fingerprints and nag-display na siya ng information regarding the person, kanino man yung finger.
Alright.
Next is webcam, Ma'am Lori.
Webcam. Okay, so we also have webcam. It is a camera connected to a computer or server that allows anyone connected to the internet, okay, to view still pictures or motion video or of a user.
Ayan. Kaya kung halimbawang nasira yung naka-install na camera sa iyong laptop o kaya sa desktop mo, halimbawa nasira, huwag kang mag-alala. Meron namang USB port yan.
Yes.
You can buy another. Baka mamaya nasira lang yung kanyang camera, nagbumuryot na siya. Mabili mo ako ng bago, huwag ganun. May paraan pa.
So it's not only the webcam, it's not only the camera in the laptop that we are talking. Again, the CCTV is also an example of a webcam.
Itong mga camera sa cellphones din natin, di ba? Mga built-in cameras sa ating mga Android cellphones.
Yes. Pwede, actually, kung dadalawa lang yung camera ng phone mo, pwede mo yung dagdagan. It's just a matter of searching peripherals that matches your gadget.
Kung dati, di ba, dito mo lang siya itatouch, dito lang. So, nag-i-improve din siya. Ngayon, meron na siya yung mga naka-Bluetooth, ganyan, dito.
Naka-wireless na rin yan. May mga webcams na rin tayong wireless ngayon.
And this is very useful na ginagamit natin sa ating pag-aaral. Kasi syempre, di ba, pagka nag-online na, when the teacher conducts online online discussion. So, mas maganda na nakikita rin niya yung kaniyang mga students. Okay? So, kahit na wala tayong face-to-face ngayon, ay nakikita pa rin natin yung mga situations ng ating mga learners.
We also have a microphone. Okay, as an input device, it is an instrument for converting sound waves into electrical energy variation, which may then be amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Okay. So, in short, ito ang tumatanggap ng audio data coming from us. So, microphone.
So, marami ning klase. Merong microphone sa cellphone, microphone.
Ito.
Merong external.
Kung ginagamit natin dito,
ngayon,
this is an example of a microphone.
So, you can input information, you can input something in the computer by talking, by saying something. Okay, the next one is the keyboard. Keyboard is one of the main input devices used on a computer. A PC's keyboard looks very similar to the keyboard of electric typewriters with some additional keys. Keyboarding refers to the ability to enter text by using the appropriate fingers without looking at the keys, enable to use the computer more effective and more productive. So, yung keyboard natin, ang kanyang arrangement ay QWERTY arrangement. Kasi di ba mayroong mga iba't ibang arrangement ng keyboard. So, the students may
yung basic
ask,
na nakikita natin is yung QWERTY keyboard na tinatawag.
Kasi, bakit nga ba, the students will ask, bakit nga ba ganun kasi ang arrangement? Ma'am, why not A, B,
Bakit
C,
hindi
D, E, F, G?
alphabetical?
Kasi,
magandang tanong yan, Ma'am Thea.
The question ay the fingers or the middle part of the keyboard or the A, S, D, F, J, K, L, semicolon, this is the basic
home row position.
Home row position. Home row position. Okay, yan lagi. Bakit? Kasi yan yung mga common letters that is common letters present in a word.
Mamaya i-explain namin kung bakit ganyan yung distribution niyan.
Because those are the
So,
common.
naka-design actually. Hindi yan basta ginanyan lang yung itsura niya dahil para magandang tignan. Lahat yan may meaning kung bakit ganyan yung mga position nila.
There's a reason.
Yes, the spacebar is placed at the center kasi ito lang yung pwedeng pumindot sa spacebar.
At saka madalas din gamitin natin yun.
Yes.
Okay,
there are parts of the central portion of the keyboard includes alphanumeric keys or typewriter keys. The smaller section to the right contains the numeric keypad. A small set of function and directional keys is found between the letters and the numeric keypad, also known as cursor keys, and a row of function keys found across the top used for computer commands. So, meron silang mga locations.
Okay, so, ihalin tulad lang natin. So, itong computer keyboard natin may different parts siya. Kasi nga, may mga gamit yan para lang sa body parts natin. At kung mapapansin nyo yung mga windows screen natin, may different parts yan. So again, may mga reason kung bakit sila may nakaposisyon na ganyan at bakit ganyan yung mga parts nila.
Kumbaga sa topic natin yesterday na dapat nakasort siya kung ano yung gamit. Ganon din yung keyboard natin. Yung mga numbers isama-sama, yung mga special function keys isama-sama. The letters are also sama-sama. So they are sorted, arranged,
para madaling
organized.
hanapin, madaling
Okay, have you ever wondered bakit ganon ang arrangement ng mga different keys? Okay, so that is because QWERTY keyboard was invented by an American inventor named Christopher Latham Scholes. Okay, there are three main reasons kung bakit ganyan ang distribution. One is to separate the letters. So kasi, di ba, nag-umpisa siya sa typewriter. Okay. Another is to prevent key jumps. Okay. Para hindi siya mag-stick. Okay? And then, the last one, initially is to slow down typists. Pero ang nangyari, hindi lang siya basta na-slow down yung typist because skills can be gained. But technically, it can maximize one's skills due to the strategic positions of keys. So, the key assignments, pinag-iwa-hiwalay yan so that every letters can be typed by your fingers. Kaya every letters, meron tayong tinatawag na finger assignment.
Kaya nga Ma'am Ryan, kung sana during the face-to-face, we will let our students use the keyboard and type in their proper keys yung naka-assign dito sa letters.
Kasi hindi basta-basta, may mga reason yan, may strategic position yan, kung bakit yung mga common letters ay to form a word has been distributed. Kasi kung nakaayos siya in alphabetical order o kaya na ABC, mas mahirap mag-type ng word.
Okay, kaya meron tayo ma'am meron din tayong keyboard technique na tinatawag. So the first one is the home room position. It is yun na-mention kanina. It is the home position for your fingers. It should be curved and placed on the home room keys. So, for left hand, we have letters A, S, D, F. And for the right hand, we have letters J, K, L, and semicolon. Second, eyes on copy. So, I should stay on the text that is being keyed at all times and not at your keyboard for the reason that you will lose your place. And then third, feet flat on the floor. So, your feet serve as an anchor to your body when keying. This will help your body from moving around with proper alignment and posture. And the last one is keyboard placement. This should be placed at the end of the desk. Your body must be a handspan away from the desk. So, pag na-follow natin tong mga keyboard techniques din, bukod sa mapapadali yung pagta-type natin, diba, maiiwasan din natin yung pangangalay ng mga fingers natin, pagkakaroon ng back pain. So, yan yung mga advantages kung mapafollow natin tong keyboard technique.
Hey, Ma'am Joy.
Okay, Ma'am Flory?
Yes, okay Ma'am Joy. So, dito napapasok nga yung Occupational Health and Safety na tinatawag natin or yung OHS. So, if we will follow these keyboard techniques, we can prevent poor posture and may iwasan din natin magkaroon ng back pain na tulad ng sinabi mo kanina. Actually, sa typing naman, meron tayong yung carpal tunnel syndrome na tinatawag, yung nabanggit ko kahapon. So, para maiwasan natin yung numbness, yung pamamanhid ng ating wrist. So, at dapat tama yung ating keyboard.
Just to inform everyone, sa pagta-type, meron tayong tinatawag na average speed rate na 40 words per minute. Tapos, kung gusto naman nating maging yung mapabilis yung pagta-type natin, pwede yun at speed of 65 to 70 words per minute. This is the speed required for most high-end topics.
Mabilis na yun, ma'am. Kasi ako, ang rate ko lang talaga nung kasagsagan na mabilis ako mag-type when may sideline ako noon as computer encoder is I am ranging from 56 to 60 words per minute. Mahirap nang abutin yung 65 to 70 talagang very, very skilled ka na.
Yes. So kung halimbawa yung learners makakapag-type ng in 2 minutes para ma-reach niya average speed, dapat makapag-type siya ng 80 per words. 80 words.
How about kung 5 minutes?
So kung 5 minutes, 40 times 5, magiging
200 words.
200 words in 5 minutes. Okay, kaya
Parang sa mga
that's
athletes
why-
lang din natin, Ma'am Cathy, di ba?
Kaya importante na alam ng students natin kung nasaan yung mga letters, is it at the right side or at the left side. Hindi man niya mapindot yung hindi man niya magamit yung right finger for that letter. Ang importante, alam niya kung nasa right or left side yung letters.
Okay. So let's move on to the output devices.
Yes?
Yes, Ma'am Kay.
Okay. Ang output devices, these are output devices. If these are the display devices, for example, this is used to present the information, or it is the visual, in visual or tactile form. When the input information that is supplied has an electrical signal, the display is called an electronic display.
Okay.
So marami tayong klase ng output devices, Ma'am Ryan.
Yes, meron din tayong tinatawag na graphical output device, which is a display device and output device that visually conveys text, graphics, and video information. In short, pag sinabi natin graphical output device, hindi lang letters, hindi lang numbers ang inyong makikita, even the motions. Ibig sabihin, kapag graphical output device, pati movements ay kaya niyang ipakita.
So, pinaka-example dito ay
CRT monitors, LCD monitors, gas plasma monitors, and television.
Ma'am Ryan, yung speaker pala is an example of output device din, ano?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and
kasi naglalabas si computer system ng audio, yung
Nagpo-produce
parte.
siya ng sound, yes.
Yung
so sa
parte
speaker
ng
sa sound.
computer system na naglalabas ng audio is what you call
Speaker. And of
Speaker.
course, ano pa, Ma'am
Meron
Joy?
din tayong printer, another example of output device. So, it is an external hardware device responsible for taking computer data and generating a hard copy of that data. So, very common to. I'm pretty sure
So
alam
the-
ng karamihan
the
ang
printer,
printer.
The printer produces the hard copy and the monitor produces the soft copy.
How about the storage devices, ma'am?
Yes, meron tayong mga storage devices. Yung mga estudyante, marami sila. They are all familiar with the storage devices. Meron tayong hard drive. These are computer's main storage media. So, sa ating laptop, meron tayong tinatawag na hard drive. Meron tayong makikita dyan ng mga HD or HDD. Makikita natin lahat yan sa ating slide kung ano ang kanilang itsura. Ano pa yung ibang storage devices, Ma'am Ryan?
We also have the CD, DVD, BD drives, which uses CD-ROM and CDs. Okay, so these are storage devices which can play audio CDs and computer data. So, meron tayong tinatawag na CD-RW and DVD-RW. Pag nabasa natin yung RW sa dulo niya, it means rewritable. Pwede kang mag-save doon, pwede kang mag-delete.
Yes.
Pero pag ang nakikita mo lang CDR, DVD-R, okay, you cannot delete the data.
Hindi ka na rin makakapagdagdag.
So, ito yung tinatawag natin ng mga
Hanggang sa
removable
mapuno.
storage.
Pwede magdagdag, Ma'am Cathy, just as long as may space pa.
Yes.
Pero kapag nagamit na yung space na yun,
Tama?
yes.
Yes,
So, yung mga students, mas maganda bumili kayo ng DVD-RW because you can save all your files there.
Parang
Ma'am
hindi
Lori?
na uso ngayon, ma'am, sa technology nila ngayon kasi usually most students already have their flash drive.
So, yes, idadagdag ko sana yan yung example ng storage
Actually,
device,
lahat
yung
ngayon
flash
may
drive.
flash drive.
Kaya
Okay.
hello naman sa mga naging estudyante ko dyan na nagre-react noon kasi I was requiring all my students before in science classes. And syempre dun sa college nung nagtuturo ako noon, dapat each student have their own flash drive.
Yes. And what's the last sample natin, Ma'am Floreline?
Yun nga yung nabanggit kanina, yung...
Ay, nasama nga pala, flash
yung
drive
flash
na pala.
drive o yung...
Okay, so...
actually, tinatawag din natin yan na thumb drive. Okay.
So, na-tackle na natin lahat. Let's summarize what we've discussed today. So, the term peripherals refers to a device that is connected to a host computer but not part of it. It expands the host capabilities but does not form part of the core computer architecture. It is often, but not always, partially or completely dependent to the host. Ano pa ba yung mga na-discuss natin, Ma'am Ryan?
Okay, tama ka dyan, Ma'am Joy. We also discussed the different types of peripherals, input, output, and storage devices, and gave some examples for it.
Okay.
Ready na siguro ang mga bata for the activities
natin.
kasi we only have 1 minute left.
Okay.
So,
So, ano na lang, kung kapusin mo ng oras, basta mag-comment na lang sa ating box at sabihin na lang yung, screenshot na lang yung sagot.
Pakireview yung ating assessment
So,
question.
Ma'am Floreline, give one example for input, output, and storage devices. So, lagay na lang sa comment section, screenshot, send sa ating mga TLE teacher.
It should be #peripherals.
Ay, o nga pala, may hashtag
Input,
tayo.
kung input, mag-identify ka, magbigay ka ng example ng input. Tapos, #peripherals, output, kung ano yung output na naaral nila ngayon, example.
Yes,
and
dear
students. #peripherals, storage naman, and then their answer.
Yes.
Napakarami niyan kung sabihin mo wala silang may isa.
Oo, kahit tigi-isa lang, enough na.
Example po ha, may sumagot kasi dito, input, output, storage. You should give example.
Example po for each type. Alright, so there you have it. We are done with our live discussion for today here in ICTA. Thank you for joining us in another fun and exciting episode of Usapang TLE. Thank you, dear teachers, na nakasama natin ngayong hapon ng Flory, Ma'am Kay, and Ma'am Ryan. God bless us and keep us safe. Until next time.
Thank you. See you again next time.
Thank you.
TLE, Technology and Livelihood Education. TLE, Learning Area, Automotive Servicing, Beauty Care, Electronics Product Assembly and Servicing, Cookery, Electrical Installation and Maintenance, Dressmaking, Computer System Servicing, mga leksyong pangkabuhayan, edukasyong teknolohikal, mapapakinggan dito lang yan sa 106.3 Dance Radio. TLE, Learn and Earn. Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kaalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan. Ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big. Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR FM.